Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
For me again, you can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to crime. You can't for me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. COVID money, miss away in the your little rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste for must a man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take the spit of money, galang and say that is not you. On the head, the man above end up, him a got a bet. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them
It
raise.
burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to crime. You can't for me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 the promise it, none of them no deliver. Cut up the youth, them rap and they down in a whatever. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
On them treat the market man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
On them treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the son man.
It burn me.
On them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again.
Stevie dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good morning and welcome to Scamalot and Entertainment Madness. We will do our usual highlighting of political treachery in our country as we normally do. But this morning we will also veer off a bit into entertainment madness. Cargo has identified what's under the entertainer's nose. And Shawn Storm has a sugar daddy. What a bangarang this morning. We will also dig deep into Betweenie this morning. Yes, she the Beanie Man. We are going to go off this morning into entertainment madness, and then we're going to tar and feather the Prime Minister and the Minister of Local Government. We're going to also tie a horse to the dead PNP and pull them right around the track. Good morning and welcome to Global Television. Thank you all for joining us. This morning, me now go do an individual good morning this morning, but good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. We're going to veer off into our entertainment madness first. And I want to say to the entertainer, if you are that lyrically bad, I want you and Shawn Storm to respond to Cargo. You and Shawn Storm should respond to Cargo. Cargo has put out a diss in the last 7 or 8 hours. Oh, he tarred and feathered them. Hey! What I be in our prison? No, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let us veer off straight away into entertainment madness, because we fix up ourselves for the politician them this morning.
Yeah, a cargo, a sky god, one day, girl devil, bang. But the man a daughter, but the man a daughter, chance am. But the man a daughter, she's a man a daughter, chance am. Your sugar daddy never tell you me we kill you. But the man a daughter, chance am. Shoot up a little girl car where your man buy gear. Chance am a sodomite. Your sugar daddy man never tell you me we kill you. Shoot up a little one series where your sugar daddy buy gear. Pussy no loyal. Yeah boy you loyal. You bring your poor friend, go make your rich friend kill him. Bang bang. And a man a mind your bumper wall so you can't tell his sky cat boy about shilling. How where your house there, boy where you billing. 50-year-old big man a call a next big man daddy. God make you not kill him. Pussy a laughing stuck in the village. And a man a mind you tie on a chance stop. I'll cry it and me say for copy Gaza farm. You a friend killer them who no tell me fi call. That if you suck pussy bass can't flow like this pussy wall. Go suck Lisa pussy Shawn. I want that under your nose. No chance time ball. So good chance time. See them if you tell you go. Tell big pussy scatter barrel say back me crumb.
Seriously, Cartel? Cargo say it's Shawn Storm balls under your nose. Seriously?
Your sugar daddy never tell you me we kill you. But the man a dead. Shawn Storm, shoot up a little girl car where your man buy gear. Shawn Storm a sodomite. Your sugar daddy man never tell you me we kill you. Shoot up a little one series where your sugar daddy buy gear. Pussy no loyal. And you boss me want kill Shawn Storm. Bang bang. Then shot a fat shot in a popcorn. One man against the world with a gun in a arm. See them a ride off me cocky stuck it up in a arm. You a shot me rate like me be my car. Gaza split up in a 2, them nah go far. Your boss can't go water for pussy go par. Friend killer pussy hole suck a cigar. And a man a mind you tie you know. Shawn Storm, I'll cry it and me say for copy Gaza farm. You a friend killer them who no tell me fi call. Not even you suck pussy bass can't flow like this pussy wall. Go suck Lisa pussy Shawn. I want that under your nose. No Shawn Storm balls, so good Shawn Storm. See them if you tell you go. Tell big pussy scatter barrel send back me crumb. Your sugar daddy never tell you me we kill you. But the man a dead. Shawn Storm, shoot up a little girl car where your man buy gear. Shawn Storm a sodomite. Your sugar daddy man never tell you me we kill you. Shoot up a little one series where your sugar daddy buy gear. Pussy no loyal. Yep, yo, me say me what's a dance Serpy. Cartel concubine still a way burpee. Say for me make a girl cut him pussy clat short in a Shawn Storm when him a come out a therapy. Boy, your money alone can't save you no. Had the suicide general a grave you no. Check we no here say your water did a beard you no. At your worst nightmare, this God go with you. Gaza know me no play fair. Go tell your boss me we pay for me plain fear. Suicidal up in the ear dear.
Yes, the one and only Cargo. I want Cartel and Shawn Storm for answer if you're not lyrically bad as Cargo. Wada beard, you know? Shawn Storm balls under Cartel's nose. Cartel, Shawn Storm, Sugar Daddy. This is entertainment madness. Hey, answer the boss if you're bad. Kind of sound lyrically bad. But we're going to move off into the real entertainment madness we come here for this morning, which is Dirty Between a Man. Me I go make Between a Man data speak to no. Then me ask Between a Man some question. Because when I use on influence, when I use on influence and gather mother gather, it's time for the world know who no be. Remember, on a call crowd because we're going to deal with the scamming of the government this morning. We have Andrew Holness's word, we have Desmond Mackenzie's word, and we have Desmond Mackenzie's word. What a scam, Jamaica. People have been calling me and asking me if the story goes off it true. Cousin Myrna, how you do? If the story goes off it true, because people are shocked to realize that they've been scammed. But let us get the entertainment madness out of the way first before we hang quarter and draw politician.
Him woman and female in our business. Me say to him brawling, me say, yo, so I'm to Messiah. I'm to Crystal. You could have put them name in the business. You put you and your woman name in the business. Like, that makes sense. Like, at no point, I never yet try to put myself in a nothing. No time, I don't want nothing from this man. No. You register the business. Sima. Davis, you have 13 people, And you register the business in a you and your woman name. Then the business name, joint account, you and your woman name. All on the know. Every time when you do something for one day you then is an issue. Not talk about me coming and ask you for nothing.
She not talk about she, because she not ask you for nothing. But what she would wish, as the first child, I believe, is that you do something for the rest of children them. But no, being a man up in him feelings, being a man mind out him money per man, being a man walk and pick up all sort of what left, and waste him money pan, but him children them. Being proposed to girlfriend Camille McIntosh. 23 years in the making. Now on the left is Camille McIntosh Lee and her first husband, Carker Lee, the dancehall promoter in the UK. Somebody who, I don't know how close him and Beanie Man was, but whenever time Beanie Man was in the UK, Beanie Man always around Carcali circle. Carcali, them are like dancehall celebrities before social media come in. When you do just a video dancehall and put it up on YouTube, things never go live and them something there All of them pretty something that never exists. So even when him sit down and a drink and a yam and a party with Kakali, he always had it in the back of his mind to marry Kakali wife. Beenie Man is not known to pick up anything when you come from charity shop or pawn shop. When it comes to Beenie Man picking up woman, everybody know Beenie Man goes to the pawn shop or the charity shop. Use and left material, bric-a-brac, second hand. That's where Beenie Man normally head to. I know today Beenie Man a galang so. I know today Beenie Man a walk and care feelings. Malacha Road, Beenie Man, Malacha Road. Beenie. Your friend Pickaxe, Beenie. You remember Pickaxe? You all remember Pickaxe. Everybody from Malacha Road, member Pickaxe. Beenie? How much money you spend per man, Beenie? How much money you spend per... I'm not saying Beenie and Pickaxe did that. No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm asking Beenie, how much money you spend per man? How much money you spend per Pickaxe, Beenie? How much tour you and Pickaxe Beenie go up on Beenie? Have you ever bring one of your picnic on tour? I doubt it, Beenie Man. You remember when you did have buy the green Mazda, the 323, the green Mazda, Beenie? Remember when you did buy that? You and Pickaxe. Tell the world make you and Pickaxe Bex, Beenie. Make you never go in funeral. Make you never buy a wreath. When him dead, the man where you spend so much money upon. While you never spend upon your children, them Beenie Man. You remember brother, daughter, Simone? You remember brother, daughter, Simone, where you used to spend out the kita dime pan? When you hear say, Pickaxe there look Simone, isn't that why you became poison against your friend? And you never even turn up at a funeral, nor buy a wreath. Remember when you buy the F-150? Who go pick up the F-150 for your Beenie Man? You're a wicked, evil, like a bad mind sperm donor. And people for call on out. Because every day, when you use on a popularity, and everything come out here, while the world knows you know somebody. The community won't live in now. Everybody knows you know somebody. If Bounty Killer never cuss you, you wouldn't take your mother from one zinc fence ghetto, go put her in our next ghetto, Beenie Man. Unity Lane where you're born and grow, Beenie Man. Your mother old zinc house still did it. That's how much you know do nothing. For no family, nah, nobody. So when you come out here and come go on like you're somebody, Beenie Man, don't make me start on the Patrick Roberts side of you this morning, little girl. Little girl, Don't make we start on the Patrick Roberts side of you. People must ask themselves why Beanie can't keep nobody. Why every woman cut and run from Beanie. Which part? Because them now play with which part of your Beanie. Don't make me start talk this morning drunk. Go and mind your picnic them. Come on dog shit. Go and mind your picnic them. You and you look a blow up doll. Wanna walk and take money floss in a dance hall. And you don't know how you picnic them eat a nighttime dirty boy. And when you're not ready, when you come out here, and you go on like I say, when you have right to speak pan moral and pan society, when all you is being a man is just a bitter little girl. Bitter. Ask anybody you go out with being a man, what does being a man drink when you go out? Ask anybody who know being a man. What does being a man drink when being a man goes out? Red wine. Red wine, Miss Sissy. Mrs. Betweeny. Even your drink tell us who you are. Your ears ring, drunk crow, tell we who you in Vegas is. Patrick Roberts, Skettle, go mind your picnic, then drunk crow, and come out of social life, come out of public life. Don't speak on public things around here, dog shit. Don't do it. You know somebody. Not because you walk and pick up, blow up, doll, and you pick up this and you. Don't do it. Don't come in a public, come talk. No, although you hear the junk sing about rum and Red Bull, ask anybody what Beanie Man drink. Red wine. Ask anybody what Beanie Man drinks. Red wine. She's a little bitch. That's why I was telling a Jamaican, don't listen to what come out of these drunk mouth because them use it to get clout and influence and money. Look at their lifestyle. Listen to their family. And I say, hey, I been Mr. A red wine, the boy drink. Red wine. Ask anybody in the entertainment industry where Beanie Man go out with our buck up in a public with what the little girl drinks. I'm drinking rum and Red Bull. It's a fucking lie, Beanie. Stop it. Stop it, darling. It's a lie. I'm drinking red wine. Beanie Man. I'm drinking red wine. Some of them red wine money, they go take it spend on your children, them. The mother them tired Beanie Man for do it all upon them own. Respect to the mothers of Beanie Man children. You have to respect women because most of the time when drunkards and dog like these step off, a woman alone pick up the pieces. Morally, socially, and financially. When dog and drunker like Beanie Man them out there, one woman to play with them body, and if woman not play with them body, relationship done. Why you don't have an open gay relationship, Beanie Man, and cut out the fuckery? Because when you not try to be what you not, you live some misery life. When I try to convince the public, and you can't convince on a body language. Go. I only drink red wine, and it normally make me sexy. after so. I me not tell no lie. That's why me don't drink red wine neither. Two things red wine does to me. It make me, one, vomit. It's the only alcohol that induce vomit for me. And two, it makes me feel a loopiness that Magnum or Guinness does not do to me. So I really does not touch the thing. The last time I drank red wine was 2009 at Auntie Pink funeral. I was just on a drinking rant and I was drinking everything. And the minute I touched the red wine, I was spewing vomit like you never know. And I generally don't touch the thing. But that is Beanie Man's favorite drink. So Beanie Man wants to get raunchy and traunchy and all that jazz. Because Beanie Man have to go off with somebody. And Beanie Man like parts of him go twep, twep, twep. So Beanie Man love to drink red wine. Ask him when get out of it. Don't ask me because it turned me loopy and sick and everything. So me keep myself far from red wine. Me would tolerate a Guinness or half a bottle of Magnum. That me drink. Go and mind your children. Go and look after your children. Respect to all of your baby mothers. Global, play back this song. You mean play back the Shawn Storm this where we just cargo just make we know say Shawn Storm balls and the cartel knows. Boy, I said the entertainment industry.
Sky God. Girl Deville, bang. But the man not dead alright. But the man not dead alright. Shawn Storm. But the man not dead alright. Kiss him in the day and night. Shawn Storm. Your sugar daddy never tell you me we kill you. But the man not dead alright. Shawn Storm. Shoot up your liquor girl car where your man buy gear. Shawn Storm a sodomite. Your sugar daddy man never tell you me we kill you. Shoot up your liquor one series where your sugar daddy buy gear. Pussy no loyal. Yeah boy you loyal. You bring your poor friend. Go make your rich friend kill him. Bang bang. And a man a mind your bumper word so you can't tell the Sky God boy about shilling. How where your house there? Boy where you billing? 50-year-old big man a call a next big man daddy. God make you not kill him. Pussy a laughing stuck in the village. And a man a mind you tell you no Shawn Storm. I'll cry it and me say fuck up your Gaza farm. You a friend killer them who no tell me fi call. Like if you suck pussy bass can't flow like this pussy wall. Go suck Lisa pussy Shawn. I want that under your nose. No Shawn Storm balls. So good Shawn Storm see them if you tell you go. Tell big pussy scatter barrel send back me chrome.
No we see why cartel don't want to tell we went on them nose. Because it was Shawn Storm balls all along, but cartel a chick with. Thanks to Cargo for letting us know what's under the entertainer's nose.
Your sugar daddy never tell you me we kill you. But the man not dead alright. Shawn Storm, shoot up your liquor girl car where your man buy gear. Shawn Storm a sodomite. Your sugar daddy man never tell you me we kill you. Shoot up your liquor one series where your sugar daddy buy gear. Pussy no loyal. And you boss me want kill Shawn Storm. Bang bang. Then shot a fat shot in a popcorn. One man against the world with a gun in a arm. See them a ride off me cocky stuck it up in a arm. You a shot in me rate like me be my car. Gaza split up in a two, them nah go far. Your boss can't go water for
Cargo Raven G.
Friend kill a pussy hole, suck a cigar. And a man a mind you tell you no Shawn Storm. I'll cry it and me say fuck up the Gaza farm. You a friend killer them who no tell me fi call. Not even you suck pussy bass can't flow like this pussy wall. Go suck Lisa pussy Shawn. I want that under your nose. No Shawn Storm balls. So good Shawn Storm see them if you tell you go. Tell big pussy scatter barrel send back me chrome. Your sugar daddy never tell you me we kill you. But the man not dead alright. Shawn Storm, shoot up your liquor girl car where your man buy gear. Shawn Storm a sodomite. Your sugar daddy man never tell you me we kill you. Shoot up your liquor one series where your sugar daddy buy gear. Pussy no loyal. Yo, me say me what's a dance surfy. Cartel concubine still away Bertie. Say for me make a girl cut him pussy clutch. What in a Shawn star money ma come out a 30. Boy your money alone can't save you no. Had the suicide general a grave you no. Check we no here say ya water did a dead you no. At your worst nightmare this God go with you. Gaza know me no play fear.
God go with you no. Because a water did a beard you no. A prison. Raymond make a send you. And I go send you this the thingy there where you can share good. And you can go up on cargo page as well. Go to cargo page. It was uploaded 7 hours ago. I want the drunk them where say them lyrically bad. To respond to cargo. And tell we say I never water beard them. Tell we say Shawn Storm on a bow cat. And tell we say on a Shawn Storm balls. And the cartel's nose. What a bangarang in entertainment. What an entertainment bangarang, which will lead us into the political treachery of 2025. Hey, Jesus. Double crossing, double talking, slip tongue and scamming of this government. This government who had just held poor people down. This government who just held poor people down with a gun to their head and take their land away in the interests. Me just send it to you, Raymond. Run it and send it all over the world. Make cartel tell we and them knows. We want to know. I think a lot of people would really like to know. Jamaica, we just learned yesterday that the government new social housing initiative, it is a nationwide scam that seek to grab poor people's land, those who they call the indigent. Them can't talk to cargo. Me say, them can't talk to cargo. Them boy, they were prisoner beard there. Una better group up with the red wine drinkers. Una boy with prisoner beard. Go on, go group up with the red wine drinkers. You may just get horny and flirtatious like Beanie Man after sipping on a glass of it. You might just get sexy, flirtatious, and giggly like Beanie Man after a glass of red wine. Bunch of whores. That's what you all are, you know. Bunch of whores acting as badman, gangsters, and gunmen. All the time I say to myself, in my reincarnation, there's certain things I would like to be. Like wall, night, bush, fly. You know, all those things that you just lose your inhibition in front of without even thinking. Can that wall, bush, fly, or night see or hear me? Those are my reincarnated tool. When it comes to fly, night, bush, and wall, no shame. No shame when it comes to night, bush, fly, and wall. And what you say, banana? Jesus! No, sir. So, at them something that me want. Wait a second, banana. At them something that me want turn in my reincarnation. Because me want the whole and no secret. Because you no shame when you come night. Nobody no look around when them say night. Nobody no look round when them say bush. And nobody not say, fly, me no want you care about me business. And them know say night protect the sin of many. The night protect the sins of many. That's why the old saying, if night could have talk, I would have called out your name. Only if night could have talk, I would have called out your name. What a way if night should suddenly turn day. Our wall should just drop, bam, slap a dot so far around way. Can you imagine the amount of people which would bury their head in the sand permanently? They would make ostrich look like it's an act. Let us move off into the political scandal, the political scam of 2005. Let's first listen to the Prime Minister's side of the story.
So the social housing program is designed to assist Jamaicans who are...
Now, I want you to listen to the Prime Minister's utterance carefully, where he sets out the criteria and all that. Desmond McKenzie will set out his after as well. And then we'll go back to what Desmond McKenzie said yesterday in the press briefing.
So, yeah, you were asking about the social housing program. So the social housing program is designed to assist Jamaicans who are in the most difficult housing situations, meaning that their housing condition is such that it is considered to be unsafe, unhealthy, in a state of dilapidation, and their economic condition is such that they are not able to improve, upgrade, repair, or rehabilitate their housing. They're not working. They are probably retired. They're senior citizens. All right. Or they're indigent. We also require that the beneficiary has access, owns, or has permission. All right. Or has permission to use the land on which.
So you heard it from the Prime Minister's mouth that the recipient must own, have permission, or otherwise to use the land, not state land, the recipient's land,
which the granted benefit will be built. So, how do you actually get on the program? The first point is through your member of parliament. It's an MP-driven program. All right. Bless. All right. So they will take your information. They are allotted 5 housing solutions each year for each constituency. All right, I hear you. And they then pass these applications on to the new social housing program, which is a unit in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation under housing. And that unit has an oversight committee which takes all the applications. They vet them and they do very thorough, very rigorous social investigation. So they actually come to your house or where you reside. They do a social survey. They talk to people in your community. They verify your employment status, your income status, your your ability to work. They do a thorough check. And then after that process, they then verify that you actually either own the land or have access to the land or permission. And that would include bringing all the documentation and taxes up to date. And then from that process, it goes back to the selection committee to determine whether or not you actually pass the criteria. The whole process can take as short a time as 8 months, or we have seen situations where the process is as long as 2 years. So there is some amount of patience required. We are delivering now approximately 5 to 6 units per week, and we are completing probably about 8 to 10 per week. The objective is to... All right! The objective is to increase the pace of completion and increase the pace of delivery. We're over 300 houses now, so I'm expecting that next year the program will have developed the horsepower to be able to increase the pace at which we deliver, so that more people can get their houses more quickly. All right, TikTok, good talking to you. I'm going to get back to some work now as we head to the next location.
Right, that's the Prime Minister's side of the story. He was explaining to TikTok how the government social housing brouhaha works. Now, what we're going to do is listen to Desmond Mackenzie's utterance of how the story works. And then we'll go back to the shocking revelation that we heard in the press briefing yesterday. So we heard from the Prime Minister that the land, the recipient must own the land. Did you not hear that? The recipient must own the land. Lord have his mercy on Jamaica people. Bear with me. Bear with. Bear with. Bear with. We're going to go to this Desmond Mackenzie first. Then we go to the other Desmond Mackenzie. Listen to this, Desmond.
The social indigent housing program of the government of Dr. Andrew Holness. And I'm really proud of what we have been able to accomplish and lives that we have touched and changed.
I'm happy that you've shed some light on it. And I would have wanted you to a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units. And once that is done, we now proceed after the investigation to see whether or not the persons are eligible. They meet the criteria which is set up, because you must be a part of a program that does not allow you on your own. And there are cases where we have provided houses for persons who probably are not that destitute, but because of their circumstances, we have provided for them. Now, the Poor Relief Department of the municipal corporations retain responsibility for the units. So while you occupy those units, the Poor Relief Department does its monthly checking on the units. You are not allowed to do any addition to the units. The units come fully furnished. It is something that I when I came up with the idea of furnishing the units, we did it because there are cases where we saw persons have homes, but there is nothing for them to sleep on. So we figured it does make sense to give you a nice room and then you have to sleep on the cold ground.
Or furnish the
so we provide the necessary furnishing for the unit.
Right.
Now, the unit cannot be rented. It is not for sale. No addition can be done to the unit. And the unit cannot be handed down to family. And we have cases where occupants have died, and the poor relief department retains the unit, and then it is
cannot be handed down to your dependents. Cannot be handed down to your dependents. What about your land? So we swap the piece of land where God bless we with, where somebody may give we a who may suffer for buy, and we have to give it way to the government. Jesus Christ, Jamaica, you don't realize what happened? The government social housing, Dan Campbell, a take away poor people piece of land. It's worse than the church, you know. A whole heap, a land the church hold on pan for people were dead and don't have nobody, you know. And so you see Father Ken enrich himself, but load that aside. The one piece of generational wealth where God bless that one poor family with, Holness come and Holness say, make a bill you an indigent host, the blood clot. But that piece of land here goes back to the Jamaica government. Do you understand the oppression? Do you understand the oppression, Jamaica? When that piece of land where you're picking it and your grand picking it a plan for, and you get cancer, at least me get a little one room funny. You hear what the man say, you can't put no addition funny. So if your family grow while you're in there, because some of the family them always to get house, have young children, and people have still have breeding age, the government say you don't feel add nothing to it. Them a come look if you look after them property, and then just a pray for the owner where they give to them. No matter how much picking and grand picking you have, then just a pray for you dead. For government take it and give one of them friend. Know that Mark Golden and the PNP will be the next government. We want clarity from Mark Golden and the PNP how they are going to run this program. If Mark Golden is going to use government land, or Mark Golden is going to continue the scam under the disguise of social housing to remove poor people piece of land for them to give hand down to them grandchildren, where they could have go borrow one money from bank, set up one business and pay back the loan and grow wealth for the family. Do you understand, Jamaica, the attack when we say Chinese are bulldozing acres and acres? We're still waiting for that mule and 40 acres. Why nobody now demonstrate? Why nobody now blood clot demonstrate? And whenever the election call, all on a hungry belly box food, $5,000 pussy is going to run behind them. While your little piece of generational wealth has been dragged from under your feet, and we never understood it until yesterday. What a disgrace. For 9 years, this Prime Minister has been stripping away people's land in the name of helping poor people. We only know when this government is about to exit office. This was all a scam. This was all a scam, Jamaica. What are you going to do about this? Jamaica, poor people have been held at gunpoint in the name of poverty by this government. And that piece of land that the government told you, you must provide the land if you want the housing assistance. But what the government did not say to anyone, once we build a house on it, it belongs to us. We need clarity. We need clarity. This issue we cannot look aside when the government hold on poor people. We still not have land rights in Jamaica and condemn and take the one little piece where them did have left. And the government will tell you, say, because we con you and give you a house, you're not entitled to add to it. You're not entitled to pass it on to your generation. Jamaica, do you understand the attack on poor people? Do you understand the attack on poor people, Jamaica? Me no want to know if Mark Golden good or not. No want Mark Golden to come tell we if them are going to run the policy just like how this government run a policy confiscating poor people's land. Me not trust none of them. Donald Trump, we need your intervention. I wonder if Donald Trump here say Andrew Holness give a Marcus Garvey land to the Chinese. Somebody can tap Donald Trump on the shoulder. Because Donald Trump seems to can't do anything to anybody these days. Somebody can tap Donald Trump on the shoulder and tell him, say, China just get how much acre a land in Jamaica for build military base in their backyard. Judgment! Help! Somebody can call China and tell China, say, Holness called by the madman, the one who not taking pill yet, Donald Trump. And tell him, say, Holness, give the Chinese acres and acres of land in a backyard for build military base. Will you tolerate it, Donald Trump?
All out! Whoa! Yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody.
Jamaica people, it's really not a shame to dance go-go build on a house. It is not a shame to sell front build on a house. If that's what you must do, it's what you must do. If you must dance go-go for build your house, if you must sell front for build your house, do it. But don't take no assistance from this government. Jamaica people, scammers alert. Do not take any housing assistance from the Andrew Holness government. If you take housing assistance from the Andrew Holness government, you're losing your land. 300 people have already lost their land in this scam. Scammers alert. Do not accept any housing assistance from this government. If you have to go sell front, If you must go and dance, go to build your house. Do it. Drop the pride. Because that pride that the Prime Minister sought to put into you, dead if you're bad, dead now, and see if your children are not on the rocks tomorrow morning. Because Mackenzie just told us, you cannot refurbish. You cannot do any addition. You cannot pass it on. Just dead if you're bad.
Of the government of Dr. Andrew Holness, and I'm really proud of what we have been able to accomplish and lives that we have touched.
I'm happy that you've shed some light on it, and I would have wanted you to a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have
dirty PMP, dirty civil society. You think this could have happened in Britain and we're not on road for a morning? Where we just found out for 9 years the government is running a scam that stripped away generational wealth from already what they call indigent, because they want to spruce up the poor word, you see. They want to spruce up the word poor for making us sound bad. We don't want it to sound too bad, so let's spruce it up. The indigent. That same indigent is the same indigent that this same government is running a racketeering exercise and stripping away your land and generational wealth for your children. You may suffer and save to buy that piece of land. You may have gotten that piece of land handed down to you through generational wealth. The Prime Minister, the most dishonorable, treacherous, and corrupt Andrew Holness, is coming back for it. Take him house and dead if you're bad, and see what happens to your picnic them.
The social indigent housing program of the government of Dr. Andrew Holness, and I'm really proud of what we have been able to accomplish and lives that we have touched and changed.
I'm happy that you've shed some light on it, and I would have wanted you to a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units. And once that is done, we now proceed after the investigation to see whether or not the persons are eligible. They meet the criteria which is set up, because you must be.
I want to hold some of these journalists and plug their mouth with soft dicks, and I'll tell you why. You never hear them ask questions on behalf of poor people, because you don't hear these journalists ask them, what about the land ownership, title rights? You don't hear they ask this question. They just allow the minister to mumble, because we pay for JIS. And these bootlickers and JIS will not ask questions of the government. They only give the government space to spread their propaganda. We have to play it till on a deaf today, you know. We have to play it until on a deaf today, because what we have just learned, that the Jamaican government has been running a scam on poor people that remove your land rights without you even know that the assistance the government claimed to be giving you, it's an assistance that will benefit the government.
The social indigent housing program of the government of Dr. Andrew Holness, and I'm really proud of what we have been able to accomplish and
Top up the
lives that we
screen,
have
please.
touched
Top up the
and
screen.
changed.
Thank you.
I'm happy that
Stacey.
you've shed some light on
Thank
it.
you, Dee.
And I would have wanted you to a
Thank
little bit
you.
more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the
Jamaica, on drop on feelings. Those are who they hear who not like me. Share the fucking live. This is a nationwide disaster. This is like a hurricane. Well, hurricane no labor different from PNP. No stop the bullshit and make we expose the disgrace, the scam and the scandal and come out on a fucking feeling this morning.
The social indigent housing program of the government of Dr. Andrew Holness, and I'm really proud of what we have been able to accomplish and lives that we have touched and changed.
I'm happy that you've shed some light on it, and I would have wanted you to a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units. And once that is done, we now proceed after the investigation to see whether or not the persons are eligible. They meet the criteria which is set up, because you must be a part of a program that does not allow you on your own. And there are cases where we have provided houses for persons who probably are not that destitute, but because of their circumstances, we have provided for them. Now, the Poor Relief Department of the municipal corporations retain responsibility for the units.
Yes.
So while you occupy those units, the Poor Relief Department does its monthly checking on the units. You are not allowed to do any addition to the units. The units come fully furnished. It is something that I when I came up with the idea of furnishing the units, we did it because there are cases where we saw persons have homes, but there is nothing for them to sleep on. So we figured it does make sense to give you a nice room, and then you have to sleep on the cold ground.
Or furnish the
So we provide the necessary furnishing for the unit.
Right.
Now, the unit cannot be rented. It is not for sale. No addition can be done to the unit. And the unit cannot be handed down to family. And we have cases where occupants have died. Sense to give you a nice room, and then you have to sleep on the cold ground.
Or furnish the
So we provide the necessary furnishing for the unit.
Right.
Now, the unit cannot be rented. It is not for sale. No addition can be done to the unit. And the unit cannot be handed down to family. And we have cases where occupants have died, and the Poor Relief Department retains the unit, and then it is handed over to someone else who is in need.
Absolutely.
So what we do, and we encourage persons to take care of the units. No addition can be done to the unit, and the unit cannot be handed down to family. And we have cases where occupants have died, and the Poor Relief Department retains the unit, and then it is handed over to someone else who is in need.
Absolutely.
So what we do, and we encourage persons for sale. No addition can be done to the unit, and the unit cannot be handed down to family. And we have cases where occupants have died, and the Poor Relief Department retains the unit, and then it is handed over to someone else who is in need.
Absolutely.
So what we do, and we encourage persons to take care of the units. We notice that a lot of all of our units are built from concrete, and it has been done deliberately.
All of our units or build from concrete. So it's been done deliberately. I wonder if you understand what that means. All of our units are built from concrete, and it is done deliberately. All of our units is built from concrete, and it's done deliberately. Because say, you could have tell the government, take up your board house off of my land, kiss me ass, and go on. But the government deliberately entrenched himself on your property. So in the end, it's a tug of war. Because you don't know, on a mere things to say, a title, on a sign. Whereas, on a sign, a tenancy agreement. Because what they have explained to us, it's an agreement of tenure until you pop your clogs. And the government then will surface to us and say, look, she did hand over the land to us and said, build me a house till you're dead. And then you can bury me and take the land. You know that old scam that the church normally runs. Yay! Nobody now demonstrate. No outrage. No uprising. Poor people alone left to bear the brunt of it. Why should I raise my blood pressure? When in a few months from now, you're all going to be throwing yourself cheaply out there, selling your votes, eating a pizza and KFC and get fat, roll down the street like a fucking drum, and men walking like they're 9 months pregnant. Why should I raise my blood pressure for Uno? You can't move it, Neverleen. The government said to you, them build concrete house by your land deliberately. Because you could have tell them, take up your board house. Take up your board house. And go on with it. You're not signing titles, my people. You're signing a tenure. An agreement of tenure. That's what you're signing. Because they just told us, you must provide the land to get the housing assistance. But once they put that concrete establishment on your property, they takes over a watchful eye, said Desmond McKenzie. We do our regular checks. We hope for you to hurry up and pop your clogs, you see, because you cannot sell it. You cannot extend it. You cannot hand it down either to your children. So the minute your funeral happens, your children are on the road. Arches to arches, dust to dust. Your children are on the street. What a disgrace. Everybody's silent. Everybody is silent. Well, them claims so them give PNP house and them give Labour house. So this scam, no don't get PNP alone. So I don't know why Labour quiet. I don't know why PNP quiet, because both of you have been caught up in a government scam. Or you saying the opposition have no knowledge that this program was so? What the bumble clot we are paying them for the opposition for then? If Nita Headley, who is local government spokesman, if Floyd Morris, senator, is not aware of how this program has been run under this government, you all are not worthy of our money. They are caring government. Hey, prosperity. Oh, I want to get in a spirit this morning. I don't know which one suit me better this morning, if a spirit or bad word. If the People's National Party is not aware, Joan, how you do? This is another blunder, because we're paying them for bullshit. Or did they know that this was the scam that was being run on poor people, and them shut them mouth? Pladam. We can't make the PNP walk away. Out of this too, they have to know about this scam. They are opposition. They have access to things that we don't have, access to information that we don't have. As opposition, they can get information we cannot get. PNP, oh no blood clot wicked so. On no silent, one if you come vote for no continue the racketeering power. What a disgrace. You see, so we don't trust none of them Jamaica. They are the same. They are the same. PNP ought to know about this. That poor people land have been scammed by this government. We're not going to make Mark Golden look the other side and don't address the issue. Don't tell us what they know, how they're going to operate this program. Advise Jamaica people not to engage in this program any longer. This program ought to be scrapped. And it is what the people of Jamaica ought to be calling for this morning, is to scrap the so-called new social housing, government social housing, or whatever the bullshit they want to call it. This is a national outcry. This ought to be Jamaica, a national outcry. Advise your people not to engage in the program. The program is detrimental to generational wealth. The program is a scam. We were only made aware, as the general public yesterday, that the government has been running a scam for years. Jamaica, this ought to be a national outcry. This is a national outcry. Mark Golden can't do nothing, then can't go talk about it. Why then did Mark Golden, why are the same government have to come out here, come tell we say them are run a scam power? Why the PNP has never, me can't remember the PNP has ever come out and say the social housing thing is a scam where poor people are losing their land. We were never aware of this. We were never aware of this bit of it. And the PNP have to be aware of this part of it. They're under duty also to tell us how they are going to run the program, if they are going to scrap the program as it is being run at the moment. When you don't come over here, come pick up the Mount Golden. This is not a Mount Golden coercing center. This is a center to protect Jamaica. The PNP was going along with it quietly, knowing that poor people, lands are being taken from under their feet. I've never heard a PNP come out and say it. If them say it, I don't know. Somebody try send me the video, newspaper, article, or whatever that we were made known in. Me no remember hearing that before. That's why it became a storm after Delroy, after Desmond McKenzie spoke at the press conference yesterday. That's why it became a storm. Anybody is aware of what Lisa spoke about relation to that, then please forward it to me and on WhatsApp. But we weren't made aware of it because it would have been a national conversation long time. It would have been a social media blast long time. It's only because vloggers paid clear attention yesterday to what this man says. Or if it is being said, we never pay attention, but I cannot remember hear any one of them make it clear that poor people are losing land in this, because that's what it is. You're swapping your house you're swapping your wealth for a so-called peace of mind. A peace of mind where the government come check on your regular. A peace of mind where the government tell you, say, you can't do jackal pan the land. So then probably I'll tell you, say, you can't plant no fruit tree pan there. They know, say, it's okay because the fruit tree I go raise the price of them land. This is a national disgrace, and this must be addressed by the Prime Minister. Poor people who just realize, say, them land not belong to them. Them need to rise up. Mark Golden, when Mark Golden come in office, Mark Golden, them need to roll it back. If you continue with this bullshit as it is, the government must provide the land. I will try to find that later, Colleen James. I'll try to find that later. Hold on there. Somebody just send me something. Anybody, if you want to book up that thing there from Lisa, want to send me, come I want to see it, what she said, and see in the context. But this has never become the national conversation that it became since yesterday. Or they might say it and we never understand what they must say. But what Desmond McKenzie said in the press conference yesterday alerted everybody. Our poor people never understand, say, The land no belong to you. This is a scandal. That's why we've been always saying from day one, social housing is on state land. And I don't understand why the government keep pushing that social housing narrative. Why I'm pushing that social housing narrative? But now we see so the government want Jamaica people land fit turn the social housing project. It couldn't have gotten any worse than it really is at the moment. Because I find this shocking that Jamaica people don't even want to rise up. May I try go to them website, but not now go on pan there at the moment. May have been removed or renamed. The document may have been removed or renamed. Hold on. Social housing. I want to see if they have any of the application linked to here. But we're going to have to go search for it later when we have time. Because the website, National Partnership Council. This website don't, or them remove it. I'm going to have to look into participate. Jamaica House petition. Hold on. Access to information, project report. Now we're going to have to go search for it properly. But this is a disgrace. This is a disgrace, and we need answers. Let me see forms. Here, access to information, CARICOM report, national social partnership agreement, strategic this. No, none of these. Anyway, I will search for it. Holding to make files. Let me see. Oh dear, oh dear. No. I'm gonna have to do a proper search later to find the right form. Hold on. It ought to be under economic growth and job creation, bullsod. But never mind. Let me check my phone. We will look at that later. But Jamaica, it is disgrace. It is a disgrace. And we must not walk away from this. We must not walk away from this disgrace. Hold on. Hold on there.
Riled up a lot of you, as it should, because it riled me up when I wrote about the information in April.
Hold on, man. Somebody send me something. I want to see if I open my WhatsApp on here. Bear with. Let's see if I open my WhatsApp on here with this. Bear with me. Which one iPhone is center? Hold on there. Let me link my WhatsApp to the computer so I can just pull this quickly. Bear with me. Bear with me. I link my WhatsApp to the computer so I can pull this video much quicker. Hopefully. Hold on. What have I done? All right, let me go back to my share screen so I can pull WhatsApp into view. Hold on, my peeps. I'm trying to get this to work. Bear with me. Because I want us to listen together what she says. Bear with. This thing is taking its time to load up. Oh, here.
When I wrote about the information in April. But what are you going to do about it? Do you feel... I realize that the National Housing Trust video riled up a lot of you, as it should, because it riled me up when I wrote about the information in April. But what are you going to do about it? Do you feel you can do something about it? I know many of you who have come to me and spoken to me saying, but, Lisa, it's going on for so long, we don't have any power. Well, actually, that's wrong. You do. And that's why I'm arming you with the information so that you can go out there and exercise your power, because you have it. Because you see, for a long time, Jamaica's progress has been held hostage by some tribal institutional practices by both the PNP and the GLP. Because guess what? What you don't realize is that board appointments that run places like NHT, like HART, and some of the other public agencies, these appointments and selections are made without any of your public scrutiny or any kind of
Rose, can you send me that link, please?
Any kind of parliamentary committee screening. And this is a reality of what we live in Jamaica for a very long time, where becoming the chairman of a public agency or a government board lies in the hands of the government minister in charge of that agency or the say-so of the prime minister of the country. So you see, these boards, they set the policy for the public agencies. They make the decisions on the budgetary expenditure, and also they sign off on the hiring of some of the executive officers that run the agencies. So once the approvals are given then the country learns about it via the tabling of who these boards are in cabinet. After cabinet has made those appointments, they learn about it when it's tabled in parliament or when it's made public. So I recall, when I became a cabinet minister back in 2012, and I was a little naive because I was coming from a value system where competence trumps loyalty. And I figured that the persons who should head the boards of my agencies should be people that have run profitable organizations successfully, understood the management or best practices in management. They understood efficiency, innovation. They understood how to work with people, and they had that experience. And so I had CEOs that I was selecting as chairman of boards and heads of corporations, etc. But apparently I was wrong. Because some of the comments I got was, Lisa, no, same as a labor right. You can't put him for head your board, or you can't put she as a board member. And I remember one person that I selected as a chairman saying that they weren't prepared to work with the deputy that I had selected because the deputy was a known supporter of the other side, and they weren't going to work with him. Well, I didn't move either one of them. And that's how I had set up my boards, because it wasn't important for me which side you supported. What was important is that you had the competence to understand that it was about the people and making sure that people's lives were improved in record timing. And so the question is, for you, is it in your best interest, Jamaica's best interest, for board appointments that run these large public agencies, essentially, to be done on political bias versus objective criteria? And that's where your power lies. Because public bodies comprise statutory bodies in Jamaica. And these are authorities that some are government-owned companies, and collectively they represent approximately 150 active public bodies that perform, certain regulatory, administrative, technical, and other functions. But there are some of these public bodies that are commercial in their activities, and they're a subset of the larger group of 150, and they're called self-financing public bodies. And they receive money from cash flows, and guess what? Your payroll taxes. And so for this financial year, the Ministry of Finance expects that this group of self-financing companies, which is about 53 companies, is projected to realize revenue of approximately $646.21 billion, call it $647 billion. And that represents about 48% of our total national budget, which is $1.34 trillion. So the government says, look, to facilitate the development agenda and enhance operations of the country, the public bodies have forecast that they will spend approximately $97 billion on capital expenditure, not recurrent expenditure, new expenditure. That's building things, doing new things. And so the breakdown is that the National Housing Trust will spend approximately $50.7 billion. You have the National Water Commission for $10.82 billion. You have the Port Authority of Jamaica that's planning to spend $7.9 billion. And those three public bodies, self-financing public bodies, are spending about 72% of the $69 billion or $67 billion of planned capital expenditure for this financial year. And then you have other breakdowns like the Port Authority of Jamaica, which is about $3 billion. Then you have the Airports Authority, you have HAJ, which makes up about 12% of the capital expenditure. Now, the significance of taking an economic decision or not having objective criteria to select heads of boards to oversee these kinds of public bodies is really brought into sharp focus when you considered historical examples of the losses incurred by a company called Air Jamaica, for example, and the sugar industry and the JUTC, just to name a few. And the losses created the necessity for budget deficits in our country, leading to high interest rates at the time, and borrowing from the International Monetary Fund and then subsequent devaluations of the dollar. So you recognize that unlike private sector that takes critical decisions as to who is going to make the decisions for the profitability of the company, what happens in the public sector, or certainly government board appointments for even places that are spending inordinate or billions of dollars is really done primarily on political bias. So when you look at, say, the dismal growth rates that we've had over the last 30 years compared to some of our other Caribbean nations like Domrep and Barbados and Trinidad, you can probably trace some of that to poor management decisions by some of these statutory companies that are expected to push the country forward. And whether or not we wanted to agree with it, the truth is that governments are inefficient and bureaucratic when it comes to running and managing certain things. And when you add to this matrix ineffective and incompetent management at board levels for agencies that you expect to add exponential value to your economy, then nothing is going to move forward. And so the impact of these kinds of decisions that governments are making goes far beyond the present, and it will have profoundly adverse effects on the future generations coming forward. And so the question you must ask yourself, which is where your power lies, are the appointments to public agency boards, should those decisions that are going to be taken prevent, whether they're terrible or not, if they prevent that entity fulfilling their mandate, then who should be held responsible, right? For example, who should hold the National Housing Trust or any other public board accountable when they don't meet their mandate for the financial year? Just simply put, is the public expected, are you expected to wait for the minister to question and terminate that board? Or should the minister come to you and say, look, here's where we are? Are you demanding that though? Because you see, to my mind, what you should be demanding is that companies like HEART, or public bodies like HEART, and the National Housing Trust, which receive billions of your tax dollars directly, whether you pay it directly or it comes directly from your salary to fund the programs and infrastructure and for you to directly benefit from that, because if it's illegal not to pay it, then you should be saying we should have a say in who becomes the head of those boards, and that there should be a public vetting process versus only a ministerial appointment to be approved by cabinet. You should be saying, we want to know the competence of the board. Since we're paying our money to that entity, to run that entity, which is costing $12 billion of my taxpayers' money for this financial year, essentially, we want to know who at the board level is making those decisions. And the truth is, you must also ask yourself, should those boards be evaluated every 2 years against the targets that they have to the public or parliament? You know, I'm given the responsibility as a parliamentarian, as an MP. I came and found a system where I'm given the responsibility to choose the board chair and the board members for Monique College and some of the other schools in my constituency. And when I became member of parliament the first time, soon to be 18 years ago, I said, but why am I being given this responsibility? I'm not trained in education, curriculum development, or any kind of technical approach. And so I asked myself why. And now when I look at the 2021 Reform of Education report by Orlando Patterson, which says, look, most of the people leaving primary school in Jamaica are either illiterate and innumerate, and those who are leaving secondary school with no marketable skills, then guess what? I am also to be blamed, because I need to take collective responsibility for where our education system is also today, because the people that are making the decisions for some of those schools are selected by the members of parliament who run constituencies. Yes, the 63 of us. Ask yourself, why are we the ones given that responsibility? Why? So it's time that you start demanding more public accountability from your leaders and from both political parties. And guess what? You think I come because I want to stand up only in front of you? I'm arming you with information. I've been arming you with information for the past 3 years, because both political parties have been guilty of tribal nepotism for too long, which have really only stagnated the economic growth or education and really the quality of life for our people. And so you ask yourself, you're on the eve of another general election, and less than basically 30% of those who can vote are voting. Because many of you feel that, look, it don't make no sense. What may I vote for? Right? It doesn't make any sense, but you don't realize that we're at a tipping point in our country where we're becoming a fledgling democracy because many of you don't realize the power that you have. And that power is to hold us, your leaders, accountable. Whether it is the government or the opposition, you're smart enough. You know the information. Whether you stand up and drink a glass of white rum at one country bar, or you've graduated and you're now in a job making millions of dollars a year, whether you're a farmer or you're a teacher, whether you're a self-business owner, a small business owner, whether you're a content creator, all of you understand that at the end of a month, you have bills to pay. You understand that the cost of living is high. You understand that you see other countries moving ahead. What's going on with us? And you know the systems are not working the way you want them to work. So what you're going to sit down? You need to start rising up and speaking about it. Because if you don't, then the republic that you all say you want is not going to be one that's robust and formidable and punches above its weight class economically, socially, or educationally. It will be one of a banana variety. Because you all are just sitting down and not using your activism. And so it is time you have the information. You know that boards run these places. Start asking questions. Start asking questions both of the government and the opposition. Ask them what are they going to do differently so that you can live a better life in this country. So let me know what you think. I realize that
Now,
what kept you so long?
all of
What kept you so long?
I'm sorry, man.
Sorry for yourself.
Sorry, man.
Let me cut this off. All of what Lisa said, my camera malfunctioned, so all of what Lisa said, good information. But in context to what I'm speaking of this morning, that was a load of who pulled the trigger at John. I heard nothing in that utterance that spoke to the subject of poor people's land being taken away by the government under the new social housing program. I may have missed it. Great information, because I always tell myself to wake up and rise up, which is what she do. Harmony with information to wake up and rise up, however I'm not asleep. In context to the scandal, that was a load of who shot John. Lisa spoke nothing to the land scamming of the new social housing project. If anyone is aware of the People's National Party raising that specific issue that has been in the media since yesterday of poor people land being confiscated by the government in return for tenancy until you're dead. That's what the subject is. That's what me want somebody said to me, say, PNP actually spoke to that. None of what Lisa spoke just now spoke anything about poor people's land. She speak about board executive and that for all of these different entities where them run and all of that. She spoke nothing when she spoke about the NHT or whatever. She spoke nothing about the subject at hand. What I want, if anyone is aware of, because I'm not aware of it, that the People's National Party made it clear to us that the government social housing is a scam. It's giving you a house to live in, but it's taking away your land. That is what I want to hear. Because all of that was who shot John. I'm not interested in who shot John this morning. In our country, John has been bloody shot every day. What I want to hear, when was it that the People's National Party brought it to our attention? But I don't hear anything of that in that whole 7-minute scattering that I've just listened to. She had tell we to rise up. I'm not speaking about the rising up. I'm speaking specifically to what we're speaking of with poor people's land and social housing. That is what I want to hear about. I know Lisa always say a lot. I'm not hearing the issue of poor people's land that has been scammed by this government that the People's National Party ought to be aware of. That the People's National Party ought to run around the country with a town crier bell, alerting poor people that your land has been scammed from you. That is what I want to hear. Until then, the PNP was always complicit with this scam. And if they don't know, they are incompetent and they're not doing our job. So the PNP must address the issue. The Minister of Housing, Andrew Holness, must address the issue. We've just realized a government racketeering. A government racketeering assisted by government agencies and government operatives that has been run against the people. This is disgraceful. This is disgraceful. Oh, this link is not all from this article, but look what Natalie said. It was she obviously never knew the house couldn't be passed on. This article is not being in an open on my side. No, it's not. Hold on. If you can screenshot the article and send it to me, not allowing me to open it from this side. Hold on there. Because I say Jamaica, this is a scam. This is a scandal. A scam and a scandal. Hold on there. I owe me out here so long this morning. Oh, me out here so long this morning. I better not hit the like button. Can't turn bad, you know. My computer is playing up. On a turn bad. Oh, no, we don't hit the like button. Scandal. This is a scandal by this government. But we now go done with this subject, my people. We now go done with this subject. JLP aspirant Warren Newby say, return to politics, the best choice. Hold on, I have on a mashallah and all sort. What we want to find is honesty. Honesty. What we found out yesterday. What we found out yesterday is a scandal. It's a crime that we were never, me personally, I was never aware of it until yesterday. And this is a crying shame and a disgrace in our country when the very poor has been robbed of generational wealth, and at the same time the prime minister underage son can be putting up a multi-billion-dollar apartment as well as buying acres of government land. And Jamaica people don't see anything to rise up about. And Jamaica people, when you sit down and you quarrel over America here, you see on a blood clot licky, somebody a go poison no, or somebody a go shit in on a hand. Because when you sit down and you kill upon yourself over America aid and over America visa, and now when you find out say there's a bigger scam being run down at home, tons and tons of acre of land give it to the Chinese, while the piece where poor people buy or somebody dead left to give them. Government telling us him put a deliberate wall house on it and him take over control of that piece of land for you. And the whole on us sit down like a something to smile about. But Donald Trump, turn up the pressure. This world need pressure, Donald Trump. Turn it up. We're too complacent and we are too wara hit clot. Relax. Turn the notch, Donald Trump. This world hasn't had enough to think about. Let the world start thinking. Turn the notch higher. Make everybody see so they can do. Pan their own and for themselves. Everybody not have to stuck them head in America's backside. Turn the notch, Donald Trump. Turn it. This world is too bloody comfortable. This world is too comfortable. So we need a notch up a bit. We need the notch turn up, Donald Trump. You know, so them take things for play about you. Show them say you mean business. Fed up at Jamaica people.
Ball out! Whoa, we need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody.
My people, if we want to sit down and go back into slavery, we no can go on. But you see, to me, is a rebellious mother heifer. Me I go die on the battlefield with bullets pumping all over and around me. But I will not comply with fuckery nor bullshit. Thank you very much for being here this morning. My camera malfunctioned while I was live, so it just a show. My beer so green screen behind me, which I don't like to see. So I will see you all later for the people's point of view. It's cold outside, but it's very sunny, you know. So one might just enjoy a bit of the today's sun. Are you Wayne? Yes, I am Wayne. Who are you? Imogene Richardson. Who are you, Imogene? I am Wayne. Thanks for joining and asking. Now comply to what me know is bullshit and fuckery. So if Jamaica people want to sit down and comply with government ripping you off and nobody now say nothing, you can't go on. I will not back down and I will not comply. Thank you very much for being here this morning on the Global Television Group. Join us back this evening right here for the People's Point of View when we will continue to look at the racketeering exercise run on poor people by this government. Thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.
Come over TikTok, veteran.